watching Sunday Sound Off with Frank Bull.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Sound Off, where you get a chance to be part of the conversation on everything sports. You just, send us your questions and comments using the hashtag Sunday Sound Off. Let's meet tonight's panel. Of course, first is Soren Petro in his normal seat. Soren, how are you doing? Sports Radio 810 WHB from 10 to 2.
Yeah, I'm spectacular, Frank. Tomorrow morning I get to handle a baseball team that's lost 9 straight games and then talk about the definitive conclusion that is the draft, because it's certainly not a dart throw when you're drafting 22-year-old men. It's a definitive conclusion we'll reach tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Former Chief Great Tim Grunhard sitting downstairs where he belongs. Timmy, how are you tonight?
I'm down in my parents' basement once again. Frank, you're like a dad to me anyways, but I'm doing great. It's nice to be here in the spring where, drove up and it was still, still nice out. Yeah, very nice out.
You got it. Blair Kirkhoff from the Kansas City Star. They're fine columnists. How are you, Blair?
I'm doing great. Passigno, Frank. Passigno.
Passigno.
I'm going to turn that into a greeting. Passigno, Frank.
Passigno. There you go. Guess what? As many Villanova guys drafted as the guy in the middle, the Notre Dame grad. There you go, okay?
Yeah.
Guy from Villanova is smarter. Okay, gentlemen, here are our hot topics of the evening. Will Alex Smith be the Chiefs starting quarterback in 2018? And what is the upside for Patrick Mahomes? And finally, I'm going to make you the Royals GM for a day. Would you explore trades now, or are you going to try to wait this losing out? But first, let's start with our question of the week. What grade do you give the Chiefs draft? Soren.
What grade? I always love the post-draft grades. Like I said, this is an absolute dart throw right now, but they're fun. That's why we do them, right?
Sure. We'll
have the definitive draft grade in about 4 years, but I'm going to give this one an A-. A couple of reasons. One, this franchise hasn't gone for a quarterback, as we all know by now, since 1983, and they did that. They have a guy that they like for a lot of reasons, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, and they went out and got him. And if you don't have the guy that can make big plays with the arm, then you're going to be a limited football team. We've seen that. Alex Smith is good. He's not great. This kid has the potential to be great. So that bumps the draft class up there. After that, it's a bunch of boom or bust guys, which really the quarterback is as well. Your guy, Passigno from Villanova. We're talking about a small school jump here when it comes to football. So looks great getting off the bus. The question is, does he look and play like Tarzan, or does he look like Tarzan and play like Jane? We'll find that out later. I like the running back, very productive at Toledo. Chess on the wide receiver at Michigan is a guy that runs well, had a great 15, not so good 16 after a knee injury at the end of 15, and across the board. And then you got another kid, Oligwe, who started out at Florida State and then ended up being kicked off the team, but he's got tremendous athletic ability. So, look, they've got a lot of guys that can run and look the part. The question is, can they make them into football players with the amount of money they're paying this coaching staff? I'll bet on yes. I mean, it's a total boom or bust, but I like the upside on the guys they've got, so I'll give them an A-.
2 words on Passigno. Howie Long. Okay, don't forget that. Tim Grunhard, what do you think about the draft?
You know what? I agree with Soren. I think that this is a draft that you're going to look in the future to see, what the grade ultimately will be. But I'm going to give them a B+. I can't give them an A- because they drafted a guy from Villanova. So there you go. I mean, how do you give them an A-? Hey, but listen, here's the thing. The Chiefs went out and they found their quarterback. And I love that they went and they moved up to the top 10 to get this kid. And there was some rumors and some stuff going on that some people were going to try and move up and take some quarterbacks. There was going to be a run on the quarterbacks. The Kansas City Chiefs, they decided, hey, listen, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get our guy. They had their guy. They had this guy, and we talked about it on all week on the radio shows, that they have a quarterback in mind. We're not sure who it is, whether it's Watson or Mahomes, but they have a quarterback in mind. And I think that guy was going to be gone. So they went up and they moved us. So you got to give them a lot of credit for that. I like that they went out and found a young running back, the Hunt kid from Toledo, that he can work with. Mahomes and Hunt, now there could be a nice combination of the two over the next, hopefully, 10 years or so, where you have all these great combinations of quarterbacks and running backs. So they got a couple guys. They can come in here. They can work together. They can study together. They can do things together on the field. So I think that's kind of neat. But it remains to be seen. It's just one of those drafts where, almost like they drafted for 18 and 19, not 17, but, they went out and they got their quarterback. Everybody in Kansas City wanted a quarterback in this draft, and they did it for you guys.
That's right. And as soon as they lose a game, it'll be screaming for Patrick Mahomes. Blair, what do you give him in the draft?
I give him an A for the first day. I'll give him an A for the second day. and C-ish, I think, on the third day. But so it adds up to an A-, B+ for the Chiefs draft for me. But I will say this: the uncertainty of the third day, that's there for every team when you're drafted in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. You know, these are the guys that we don't know, that you know, that the profiles weren't written on these players. So, but I will give the Chiefs some credit. They seem to have found some talent in those rounds over the years. At least the Andy Reid, John Dorsey regime. You know, Tyreek Hill and Parker Renger, the offensive guard, came, and on the third day. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif came on the third day. Those were third-day draft picks for the Chiefs. So maybe the third day will end up being better as a group, but I think that brings the overall grade for me down a little bit.
All right, up next, our hot topics. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.